because we are happening as well. Right, so we can't observe anything, but yeah, it's true. All you see is 2D because you have to imagine that the sensor that's at the back of your eyes, best way to describe it is a fucking sensor, because otherwise it's too complex. It's a sensor that's at the back of your eyes. You have two of those. That's why they have like that weird stereoscopic vision thing. But you're able to see like an object from at a slight angle from two sides at the same time, but not as much, so it still technically appears as flat. That's why you can have an optical illusion thing. So you ever wonder why optical illusions that are technically quote-unquote 3D on a flat piece of paper work on humans? It's because the humans don't see 3D. If you could see 3D, those optical illusions would not work on you. Because you're not seeing it, you are imagining it, because you remember it. It's like a still image that exists in your brain. The only reason why you know that time exists is because you remember.
Exactly, and
you're just imprisoned in the moment, and you're like in the moment of decay. So you're like a window that's stuck in time, and like is like time's passing through you. And that's why you like notice the decay of energy, because like you're not actually moving through time. You're just sitting in place faster as it moves through you. You're the chain link fence, and time is a snake. But it's like actually a hyperdimensional fractal thing. That's like mining for information.
I love all these tangents. There's so many different ideas. Hold on, Adrian. Back to one point you said, just wanted to tie it into the piece of paper. If you draw a square on a piece of paper, you're seeing 2D because you can see what's inside the square, right? If you're in a 2D world, you'll see 1D. You cannot look past the lines of the square.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're seeing actual 2D because you see it from the third dimension. So we aren't actually able to see 3D. We see 2D perspectives of a 3D world. In order for us to see inside 3D, we'll be able to physically look inside every single object simply because we're outside of it.
Imagine basically X-ray vision. Yeah, just imagine it's like X-ray vision, but actually cool because X-ray vision is not possible. Technically, Superman's vision is like actual 3D vision. It's not actually radiation because you cannot like do radiation like that. That's not how it works. X-ray is capturing what's behind the thing. So you basically, if you wanted to be Superman, what you'd have to do is shoot shit from your eyes, run fast to the other side of that, faster than the rays can go, which basically would mean that you'd have to travel faster than light itself, which is bullshit. Then stand on the other end of that, and then receive that shit in your eyes. At that point, why didn't you just like go ahead and through the wall? You know? You wouldn't have to like know these things.
Well, yeah, but you're raising
the discussion of light. Every single person you're doing X-ray vision to cancer.
Yes, there was like a little Family Guy skit with Superman, where basically for some reason all of the women in his office had breast cancer, and then basically the doctor said that it was as if they got, an X-ray every day for the past like 10, 20 years, like for hours on end. I think nobody really got that, but
it was pretty funny.
It's messed up, isn't it? It's so fucked up.
I'm surprised none of them got vaginal cancer.
Oh, well, he's not into that, it seems. He's into
Anyways, guys, I'm gonna drop this. It's been fun. I just wanted to pop in for a bit. I'm like heads down working on something. But I'll see you guys around. Adrian, Blaise, thanks for having me as always.
See you, man. Bye-bye.
And Freckles, Preston, nice to meet you. Raj, Lori, Kat, good to see you. Alright, see you guys.
See you, dude.
See you, bye. Awesome. Also, another way to like visualize higher dimensions is to basically use your imagination of what your understanding of book is. You know, it's like, what is a book? It's like this binder full of pages. And that's like 3D also, if you wanted to look at it from a substantial level. It's like infinite amount of 2D stacked up on top of each other. That's like what 3D actually is. You have like the pages which you could like visualize as being perfectly flat, even though they have mass, which makes them inherently 3D. But you can like stack them on top of each other for the sake of the metaphor, create a book, and that's an actual 3D object. The same thing also with the lines, because the actual 2D, which is funny, because the actual 2D plane thing is like infinite lines stacked next to each other. You know, like placed next to each other, right? Just kind of in parallel. And the line things become 2D page things that you can then put on top of each other, which then become like book things, you know? Or cube things if you wanted to like have a big batch of sticky notes like the people used to do in like the 90s and such. They have like this big fucking block of sticky notes, which are like the world's biggest security threat because everybody kept writing their fucking passwords and usernames on those things and put them on the fucking computer right there for everybody to see in the goddamn hospital, you know? All that kind of weird shit. The amount of times I've seen that is